Hey everybody, welcome. I'm going to share with you today a little bit about Nauli Kriya. I'm going to give some background of this technique, which is taken from the Hatha Yoga system. It's known as one of the 6 Shatkarmas. The Shatkarmas are purification exercises from Hatha Yoga, which is the Hatha Yoga, as a reminder and a review for you guys, is a system that's designed to create a nervous system that can see clearly. Right? This is about generating enough energy in the system so that we clear through the imprints from our past that are preventing us from seeing things as they are. This is the filter that we're seeing through usually, that we're seeing through a lens. And therefore we believe that life is a certain way, and this is what keeps us stuck in limiting patterns, limiting beliefs about ourselves, repeating the same behaviors and habitual thinking and all of these things that we tend to loop around. Hatha Yoga is designed to remove those impurities from the system so that our perceptive capacity for life is true. It's kind of cool. This is a very in my opinion, a worthwhile goal, and the Hatha Yoga system and the techniques of it are fantastic tools. So, there you have a little background. Nauli Kriya, just to jump right in. For me and for others that I work with, and this is something that my teacher shared and showed to me, we like to generate oxygen in the system prior to exercises like Nauli Kriya, because in Nauli Kriya, which you'll see in a moment, we are required to hold the air out. This is called a breath suspension, also known as a kumbhaka, which is a retention of air either inside or outside of the lungs. And so when we retain the breath out for long periods of time, so that we can do certain activities with the body and to purify and things like that, we want to be able to do it for longer, so that we can do these activities for longer. So the way we do that is through Bhastrika. Bhastrika is the bellows breath, okay? That's an inhale and an exhale through the nose that is quite forceful. Now, I don't want you to strain, I don't want you to effort, but I'm going to demonstrate. I'll just do 10 of these breaths of Bhastrika, which is the bellows breaths. Remember, forceful inhale and exhale through the nose. And then I'm going to retain the air out, and you'll see what I do with my abdomen. Okay? I'll demonstrate the Nauli Kriya here with Bhastrika. Okay, ready? Just going to turn this down. You're going to see my belly. It's like a bellows breath happening here. Okay. Watch the abdomen. Okay, so I exhale on the last breath. I'll inhale through the nose. We take a gathering breath. And then through an open mouth, I go. Now I'm going to retain the air out, kumbhaka. Now watch. Once I've finished the exercise, I reset my abdomen. My breath is still held out. Now I'm going to inhale through the nose. The spine grows long, the intercostal muscles extend, and I like to do this thing called zipping up. So I'm going to inhale the last bit through my mouth. I'll go, and then I'll really extend, and I'll take all that energy that I just woke up in this Manipura chakra in the lower centers, and that I brought into the fire of my solar plexus. My breath is held. I'm expanding. I'm letting the energy move. I'm feeling the purification that's happening, the inner heat. And once I've had enough, I let go of the breath. And now what I want to do is not let the breath get super crazy here. So I've let go of the breath, but I'll let the inhale happen, and it'll be nice and deep, and then I let the exhale happen. And so I return to a natural breath, but I don't let it get away from me. Okay, so I stay long and deep with the breath. And that is the Nauli Kriya. Like, I've really enjoyed using this exercise for long periods of time. I used to do it twice a day, every day, for almost, I think it was 2 years at the time. I was really working with this exercise. And I would do 5 rounds of the Bhastrika breath, followed by the abdominal rotations. So if you notice, I'm rotating the abdomen. Now it's kind of it's more advanced than, let me pause there. It is an advanced technique, but it's doable, and it's something that we can practice and that we can learn. And so what I want to suggest for you as you watch this video, if you're inspired to try, start with just the Bhastrika. Start with like 10 breaths, and then exhale, just like we did. Breathe in, let go. Kumbhaka, retain the breath, and now practice just the stomach, the Uddiyana Bandha, like this. Hold the air out, suck the abdomen in, maintain that inner pull, reset the abdomen, receive your recovery breath, hold, absorb, expand, and release. And so that would be your first stage if you want to work with Nauli Kriya and you want to get the benefits of stimulating your abdomen, your GI area, gastrointestinal area. This puts a lot of good pressure and stimulation on this region of our body that doesn't necessarily get massaged. It's like you're giving yourself a massage in your stomach, your pancreas, your spleen, your bowels, and it's also pulling energy up from the sexual organs into the fire of it's called your Manipura chakra, the solar plexus area. And so this is how we really alchemize lower and, you could say, basic desires, and we pull them up and lift them into the fire of this is like the bridge between our lower and our higher self, right? It's like your higher self is your heart and above, and you have this bridge here where as that energy rises, sometimes it falls back down, and then it gets trapped into the desires of sleep, food, sex, things that hold us in our animalistic nature. And through this exercise, you can actually reverse that process, and you can get the Kundalini to rise up, so that that evolutionary energy that is Kundalini, remember Kundalini is evolutionary energy that wants to bring you closer to the source and away from the mundane, away from the material things that keep us stuck and keep us repeating the past. The Kundalini wants to spiral upward and remove you from that. And so you can actually stimulate that through this process. It's an amazing exercise. I wanted to make this short video to shine light on what it is and how it's working, and also just give you a demonstration. Of course, if you want to work deeper with this, then it requires a little bit more direct guidance, but you're welcome to join us for our weekly sessions. We do breathwork every Wednesday at this particular moment in time, but every Wednesday you can see it on my website, and you can also subscribe to receive free audio files, breathwork files, guided breathwork, and other valuable tips and tricks for extraordinary living. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm really glad to be sharing these practices with you and to continue to be growing this amazing community of people all over the world that love the idea of creating a robust, healthy, pure nervous system that sees things clearly and then can take complete, authentic action in our life, sacred action in our life. So many, many blessings to you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.